This is Charleston, Missouri, April the 7th, 2013. This is on Main Street in Charleston, where a Jeep and truck collided, and the Jeep was turned over and two young girls was inside. A possibly 14-year-old and a possibly 7 to 8-year-old. The 7 or 8-year-old is still trapped inside of the car. My purpose for this video is to show how untrained the Chaleston, Missouri Police Department is. The two guys that you see in the brown are the Mississippi County Sheriff deputies out of Chaleston, Missouri. But the ones that you will see in the dark blue uniforms is the Chaleston, Missouri Police Department. And number one, the scene should be where it's cornered off, where civilians would be nowhere near it, especially for a possible explosion. And then so the law enforcement and the medical personnel can do their job properly. If you notice, traffic is still going back and forward. Look at the little girl out of the car walking around. Any trained EMT or medical personnel, first responder, would know the first thing after safety is when you get a victim up out of a car accident, you treat them as a spine injury, especially when a child that small is in a vehicle that was turned upside down. A vehicle just don't turn upside down easily. It had to be some type of impact. But I just want you to see how professional, or may I say the truth, unprofessional, the Charleston Police Department is. Traffic is steady going back and forward on both sides, east and west, when it should have been stopped immediately so this scene can be more secure. Civilians shouldn't be around. I'm not saying that they should have yellow crime scene tape, but they should have enough personnel out there to keep the civilians away and to stop one line of traffic at least. I want you to just be paying close attention when you see the chief of police come on the scene, Robert HEARNES. You would think that he's playing in a movie or preparing for a movie, a part in a movie. He'll be seen in a yellow shirt with black stripes and blue jogging pants with a white stripe on it. You'll see his white Suburban, brand new white Suburban come past, and him coming out of the vehicle. But I just wanted to just let the world see, there he is there with his lights on, speeding. But you would think he doing all that to come to make sure somebody's safe. But you watch what he do when he get out of this vehicle, and you tell me what you think. This is the chief who's supposedly training all these other officers, not the sheriff deputies, because they are a separate entity. But I just want you to see what the chief view when he get up out of this vehicle. Oh, he decided now, after almost 10 or 15, there he is there, 10 or 15 minutes to start rerouting the traffic. His people should have been trained to do that already. Now you see that bag he got in his hand? You would think that it's some type of first aid kit. Look what he got, a camera. The camera is to take pictures of this vehicle so he can give it to the local newspapers who always make them look real good.
All right.
Chief come on the scene and rescue two young girls out of the vehicle. But the police department didn't get them out. The sheriff department got him out of there. This guy here, with his back turned to us, the police officer, is Keith Bradford, who on November the 8th, 2011, shot and killed a 34-year-old mentally ill guy when the chief, Robert HEARNES, was on the scene with him, and Percy Owens, a sergeant or a lieutenant, whatever he is now. This guy had been tased twice already. But this same guy, Keith Bradford, was at another police department about 10 or 12 miles away from here in East Prairie, Missouri, where he shot another black guy Fortunately, this black guy lived and sued the police department, and they got Keith off of it. But Keith is still today working on the Charleston, Missouri Police Department. And today is October the 9th, 2014.
You know what they did to the little girl?
But this incident happened April the 4th, 2013. But I just want you to see how unprofessional this police department is. When you look at Bobby Hearns walking around, there he is again, walking around. Look at him, he's confused. He don't know what to do. He's not trained. His grandfather, Warren E. Hearnes, a former governor, is the only reason that he's in this position. And Warren Hearnes' wife, a former Missouri state representative, is his aunt, and that's why he had that position. But just keep looking at this scene, all these civilians around, and this uncontrolled crowd, which they are not out of control, but they should be a distance away from this scene. This is a scene of an accident. Look at the chief. He got a camera in his hand. He's getting ready for a movie. He wants to be seen. Now imagine how they acted on November the 8th, 2011, when this mentally ill guy was in the street and he was shot and killed by this guy. This is just a few things that's happening in Charleston, Missouri, to show you how untrained and how unprofessional the police department is.